here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island for the 2016 CCAA PING Golf Nationals as we take a look on hole number 1. Tee shots off 1 as the groups continue to roll around. This group would have started on hole 10 this morning and finished 10 through 18, and now they're kicking their second half of the roundup on hole number 1. So, we're halfway through the day here, over halfway, and the tournament rolling along quite well. I mean, yesterday morning, this thing gets underway, and now, halfway through the tournament. Rest of the action today, and then into tomorrow, where things will wrap up, and we'll crown champions in both men and women individual, as well as men and women teams. So, exciting times here at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Darcy Cudmore with you here this afternoon. Robbie Junker out in the course. We just heard from him hole number 3 as he had some coverage around the green, and we expect to hear from him again at some point this afternoon. So stick to the programming here of this CCAA Golf National Championships. Thank you to TV1 Universum for the great coverage of the event, allowing us to sit here in a cozy clubhouse at Fox Meadow, a fireplace behind me, able to commentate and let you guys know what's going on, as things continue to roll along. And this pair grouping will continue on to their 10th hole of the day off hole number 1 tee box down the fairway and into their second half of this round. We'll have an update of the leaderboard here very soon for you during the programming. Team leaderboard as well as individual leaderboards here at Fox Meadow. So, group starting this morning, 8:30 actually, group left hole 1. 8:35 groups heading out on hole 10. So, we're looking at probably about 5-hour rounds, it seems, in this tournament. There's a lot of golfers out there. Groupings of 4 seems to slow things down as well in this tournament. So about 5 hours of golf, around, we'll say. But, you talk about starting at 9 o'clock. They'll be finishing up very shortly, we expect. And we'll get some golfers in here this afternoon as they come in, and we can talk to them, pick their brain about the round and the course and the conditions, and let you guys know at home, what they're thinking, what they're seeing out there on the course. This is hole 18, if you're just joining us for the first time. Down the fairway, beautiful view down hole 18 as they make their way up to the green. Right now we're going to take a look at the CCAA banquet video from the other night, Tuesday night, where they announced the CCAA Coach of the Year, here in the coverage of the CCAA Golf Championship.
The nominations for the 2016 CCAA Coach of the Year Award in men's and women's golf are: Voici les candidats de l'entraîneur de l'année de la CSC de 2016 en golf masculin et féminin. Chris Bertram, University of the Fraser Valley Cascades. Bertram guided the Cascades women's team to a gold and the men's team to silver in the Pac West Championships, as well as individual gold for the women and an individual silver on the men's side. Bertram is a 5-time Pac West Coach of the Year recipient and a 3-time CCAA Golf Coach of the Year. Scott Bergdahl, Red Deer Kings and Queens. Bergdahl led Red Deer to bronze medal finishes in both men's and women's team events at the ACAC Championships. In the offseason, Bergdahl, a 25-year CPGA head golf and teaching professional, focused on the physical development and biomechanics of his players' swings. Another main area of development has been the mental side of their game, focusing on pre-shot routine and course strategy. Tyler Martin, Durham Lords. Martin guided a young Lords team to a 4th-place finish at the OCAA Championships. With 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores, Durham won their 2nd consecutive President's Cup in defeating the UOIT Ridgebacks in the match play competition. Martin, a former standout who captured individual CCAA gold for Durham, is now a two-time OCAA Golf Coach of the Year. Benoît Lemieux, boomerang d'André Laurando. Lemieux a mené les équipes masculines et féminines d'André Laurando au titre de RSEQ pour la 4e saison de suite. Le boomerang a remporté 2 épreuves cette saison et terminé premier également lors d'une 3e. 3 joueurs de cégep se sont classés parmi les 5 premiers de l'ordre de mérite du Québec. Lemieux est également entraîneur adjoint à l'Université de Montréal. Trevor Giggy, Holland Hurricanes. Giggy guided both the men's and women's teams at Holland to ACAA championship titles. Giggy had to rebuild the men's team after losing 3 players from last season's squad. He has been actively involved with recruitment at Holland and also served as the head professional for the 2016 PING CCAA Golf National Championships.
Yeah, so we had a really good season out in the Pac West. We play in a very competitive conference, and we had our women's team pretty much ran the table. They won all 4 events. We had 2 different players win individual tournaments, and our 3 gals ended up winning first, second, third overall in the Pac West, and so just played really solid golf all season long and had a great year. Our guys team, we ended up second overall. We've been chasing Camosun, who've been ranked number 1 in Canada all season long, and we've been on their heels for most of the season, haven't quite been able to get the job done there yet, but I think if we can put all the pieces together this week, I think we have a really good chance to get there.
2016 CCAA Golf Nationals continues to roll on here at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Got a special guest with me here today. It's the mascot of the CCAA National Golf Championships. This here is Ping, and thank you for joining me on the program, Ping.
Thanks for having me.
Now, there's been a little bit of a campaign going so far this tournament where teams are encouraged to get a picture with Ping and hashtag prowling with Ping. So he's seen quite a few sites here in PEI so far this week, and we'll see more. How has it been getting to know some of the teams, Ping?
It's been a lot of fun. We've been, strolling around the course and getting to meet a lot of other foxes around. We've been trying to get the players golf balls, but haven't been successful yet, but we're working really hard.
Ping is, this is his home here at Fox Meadow Golf Course, and people coming in from around the country will really get to see Ping and his family of foxes as they take over Fox Meadow and have really since its creation in 2000. What other sites on PEI have you been able to tour and show some of the guys, the teams from around the country here in Charlottetown?
We've been down to Peaks Key and checked out the waterfront. We went to Hunter's for some wings and kind of strolled around downtown Charlottetown.
Well, sounds very exciting, and Ping is gonna have a great week with the teams and members of the teams here on PEI for the CCAA 2016 Golf National Championships. We hope you enjoy the rest of the week, Ping.
Thank you. I'm sure we will.
And thank you for joining us here in the program for the Golf Nationals as we get ready to return to action here on day number 2 of the Golf Championships here at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Lots of action underway already today and more to come, so stick around here to Fox Meadow. Myself, Darcy Cudmore, and Ping will be around as well as we continue the coverage of the golf tournament here in Stratford.
Okay, I'm up here. Prince Edward Island, with its mix of natural scenery, masterful course design, endless ocean vistas, world-renowned seafood, and over 650 miles of beautiful beaches. Is it any wonder why it is Canada's #1 golf destination? To book tee times and golf vacations, visit golfpei.ca.
Once again, Ping engineers have done it.
Held true to their commitment to engineer without sacrifice.
Dragonfly technology here. Vortex on the back.
I think it looks cool. More science behind it.
We're making a new category called the crossover.
It sits real square, so it's real nice.
So the 3-wood.
It looks like more of it's hitting the ground.
I'll take it.
The G-iron Core I technology, built to go up in the air and long.
That was really good.
Welcome back to coverage of the CCAA Ping Golf National Championship here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Fox Meadow Golf Course is the host of this wonderful tournament. Holland College and the Holland College Athletics Department putting on a great event so far. We're about through our halfway point of day number 2 of the event, and things continue to roll on as planned with a beautiful day here today. Yesterday was nice as well, and we couldn't ask for better October weather. Right now we're going to take a look at the leaderboard so far as we know it online. For the men's individual, Josiah Dixon, who led the way 5 under after yesterday's first round, leads the way. He's 7 under through 9 today. He's 2 under for today, 7 under for the tournament. Connor Watt is 2 strokes behind him. He's 5 under for the tournament. Tied for 3rd, James Cursora and Marc-Olivier Place are 2 under on the tournament. Also, Tyson Gavin, the Holland Hurricanes, -1 for the day, sits tied for 5th. Cole Briggs of the University of Fraser Valley, also 1 under on the tournament, and that's your top 5 in the men's individual. Take a look at the women's individual scoring. Becky Martin, who was leading after yesterday at 2 under, is still leading after 12 holes she's played today. She's 4 under on the tournament. In second place, Emily Tyndall is 6 under on the tournament. 2 tied in third at 7 over for the tournament. Hannah Dirksen and Addison Walwyn in 5th. Naomi Ouellette is 9 over on the tournament. Also, we're looking at individuals' scores, but of course we're looking at team scores. Leading the men's team, Humber College Hawks are 4 over on the tournament. The University of Fraser Valley Cascades, 6 over. Niagara College Knights, 7 over. Cégep André Leroux are 8 over. And Camosun College Chargers are 11 over. So you can get the full leaderboard online, ccaa.ca. We'll look at the women's team scoring. Georgian College Grizzlies, 9 over. And they got a huge lead over the University of Fraser Valley Cascades, who are 21 over. Cégep Champlain St. Lawrence, 22 over. Medicine Hat College Rattlers, 23 over. And the Humber College Hawks are 24 over. All this, like I said, online at ccaa.ca. You can get the full scoring. So Josiah Dixon leading the way, the men's side individual. He's at 7 under now for the tournament. His scores continue to get updated. He's -2 today. He was -5 yesterday. So still, great round, Josiah. He's through 9 holes. It could be another 500 today. You don't know. This is great golf. Josiah, a great player. Connor Watt on his heel, 2 strokes behind at -5. James Cursosor and Marc-Olivier Place at 2 under. So we'll keep track of the scoring and let you guys know as we return to the field and watch some action here of the CCAA Ping Golf Nationals in Stratford. Fox Meadow Golf Club, the host, and having us here has been great so far, and we continue to have a great time. Tomorrow will be the final day of action, and we expect it to be much of the same here as we all enjoy it. And I know having players and coaches in here has been really enjoyed so far. The hospitality, the sights, Lots to do in Charlottetown, which is just over the Hillsborough Bridge. It's been a great week so far, and we're almost done. Day 2 here. Day 3 will be here before we know it, and this tournament will come to an end. We'll be crowning a men's individual champions as well as men's team champion, a women individual champion, and women team champion. So things rolling along here in Stratford for the 2016 PING CCAA Golf National Champions. I'm Darcy Cudmore with you. Robbie Junker also with me today. He's out on the course. He's going to get some coverage out on the course. We'll have that for you guys momentarily here, hopefully, on the coverage of this second day of action. We'll return to the action now out there on the course as we watch golfers coming up 18, making their way to the green. As things are, we're going to be looking at groups finishing for the day very soon. I know we had, even on our leaderboard, James Casorso of UBC Okanagan Heat was through 15 the last time that was updated. Marc-Olivier Plas also through 15. So, these guys are going to be finishing up here soon and getting a better grasp of, where everyone stands in the leaderboard, as these guys find their ball and look for their third shot here in the par 5 hole 18. Now a look down hole number 1. Groups teeing off as early as 8:30 this morning, as late as 10:50. So we'll have some groups, just kind of making that bend as we see here. These guys just finishing 18 and on to hole number 1. Now more from hole 18. Approach shot, third shot here on 18 in the air. Just it hit that lip. I mean, if that ball was landed 6 inches farther, it would have been okay. It kind of hit that lip in front of the green and slowed it up. He's still on the fringe of the front of the green there on 18. Another shot in the air and on the green. This one will roll up there and put himself within, striking distance on 18. Hopefully he can sink that. I'm sure is in the back of his mind. Beautiful course, Fox Meadow. And PEI, someone looking for the ball maybe here, or a shot in those trees. Should make for a difficult shot if you have to deal with the trees. There's a large bunker in front of you there that you got to get over. And then the pin is also on the other side of the green, which would actually maybe make things easier. You're not having to stick it close to this side of the green. You can land it on the green and roll it towards the pin. So while that's happening, we'll take a look the other way. The men. There's the Holland Hurricanes Spencer Compton. Now Hurricanes Spencer Compton will look set up for his shot. Having a great time here hosting this coverage of the CCAA National Championships. Happy to bring the action to you. The first time a golf CCAA event has been covered online, and it's tough to do when you got 18 holes to deal with and over 100 golfers, but TV1, Bell Alliant, and Universum doing a great job of getting us the coverage of these guys on the course. Safe to say we've seen every golfer in the tournament a couple times. And we'll see them a few more times as they, wrap up their round, as well as tomorrow's action. So, great coverage to have. We've had a lot of the athletes come up here in the clubhouse and sit with me here, talk with me about the round. Yesterday, we'll have a few more today and tomorrow. Some of the coaches joining me on air as well. Always nice to hear from the coaches and players of this tournament. What they're thinking of the facility and the island and the area and the course, more importantly, and how the game's going. So it's been great to have access to these players, and they've been willing to come up and talk to us, for sometimes, up here for a long extended period of time when they, they're coaching or they're just getting off the course. So as we take a look at hole number 9, and he buries that one. Now a short putt. Looks to be a bit of a foot and a half to finish off on 9. And that one will fall for him, and they will finish up their round. So it looks like this could be the first group finishing up on hole number 9. These guys would have started on 10. It could be, I think it's the group of Pat Livingston, Dallas Jones, Cole Morrison, and Felix Normand. So they would have started on 10, went to 18, and then they would have went to the front 9. So these guys are all finished for the day. We'll check out their scores when we can. Curious to see where they land on the leaderboard. We'll take a quick look where they sit. I know Felix Normand, he's +5 today, +6 on the tournament, so he had a bit of a rougher day today. Cole Morrison sits +4 for the tournament. Dallas Jones just finishing up. He's +11 on the tournament. And Pat Livingston, UNB Varsity Reds, +3 for the tournament, even today. So they finish up on 9. We're getting looks at different areas of the golf course here. This is high up above the golfers and a great angle as you see the golfers. I believe this might be 16. So this would be their second shot. If it is, and I'm almost positive this would be hole 16. Looks like a nice day out there. This morning was a little cold, but as we've been in here, it seems like things have warmed up. I see some t-shirts, and everyone out there seems to be enjoying their day. Back to hole 18 green. Looking to make a putt here. It's going to roll by. He finishes up on 18 green. He'll bury that one, and he's through 18 now. This group will finish up. So this group will finish up on 18, and they're off to start their front nine. So it's, we're seeing groups who are just halfway through, as well as groups who are, finishing up for the day. We're going to have some golfers join us here very shortly. A couple minutes, we hope. As they finished up on 9, we watched them finish there. So we're going to hopefully get them up here to talk to us and talk about the round. Pick their brain about the course. I think we're looking at 16T maybe. Here we'll take another look at 18 fairway and leading up to the green. .139 here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island, where the event is being held today. And all week, host of the 2016 CCAA PING National Golf Championships. Great spot to have a national collegiate golf tournament. PEI, a very golf-friendly province, there's no question about that. Great spot to have this tournament, bringing the best collegiate players from across the country into Stratford PEI, and all in one spot here in Stratford for the national championships. Here as we watch on, I think on 16, we're going to head back to 9. Putt on hole number 9. Ooh, that one's going to float by a little bit. Couple feet left for the College Andre Larondo player. So we're here in the clubhouse here at Fox Meadow Golf Course for the PING CCAA National Golf Championships as play continues. And we're able to grab the golfers a little bit as they start to come in. I think this is the first group in. We've grabbed a member from that to grouping and have them in here. Joining me now from the University of New Brunswick Varsity Reds, Pat Livingston. Welcome to the program.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Pat, you finish up. We just watched you finish up there on 9. Now for the tournament, you're +3 even today. Talk about your round today. Obviously,
actually, I won over today.
One over? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. They must have happened on the final 3 holes.
Yeah, final 3 holes. Yeah.
You tell us how the day went.
Went all right. The ball striking was definitely shaky, but I putted really well, so when I had opportunities, I was able to make it.
Played a little better today, a few strokes better today than you did yesterday. What were you doing better today than you did yesterday?
I would say conditions were just a little bit easier, and when I had putts and I had a chance to make a birdie, I'd capitalize on that chance.
Member of the UNB Varsity Reds, not too far here. We've played teams coming from the other side of the country, so UNB not so far. Were you able to get to PEI before the tournament, or is this the first time you've been here?
No, we played ACAs here, so we're from this conference, and we came down Monday night.
And now you've played the course a number of times, as you've said. How do you find Fox Meadow?
It's a really nice golf course. The fairways are a little bit muddy, so you got to make sure you make good contact, but the greens are rolling really well, so it's good for scoring. So
far this tournament, like you said, you're, I think, +4 after 2 days. Expectation-wise, how are you playing?
I'm happy with the scores, but the ball striking isn't there right now. Like, I'm saving myself with the putter and up and down, so maybe I'll get some better ball striking tomorrow and make some more birdies.
That'll lead into our next question. You got one more day to go. Expectations for tomorrow's round individually for yourself?
I have no expectations. I just want to go out there and do my best, and whatever that is, then I guess.
As a team, you're leading the team here. You've been talking to some of your teammates, I'm sure. How are they finding the course? How are they doing so far in the tournament?
Good. The boys are playing well. We had a pretty good day yesterday. We were able to. We came in 9th, and we were able to finish in the top 8 yesterday. So I think we're having a good day today, and hopefully move up the leaderboard.
Final question, just to talk about your experience in the CCAA and the ACAA playing collegiate golf and how long you've done it.
So last year was our first year back. We took an absence at UNB from the golf team, but we brought it back last year. So this is only our second time at ACAAs and first time at CCAAs, and it's been just a great experience.
Well, thank you for joining us on the program. +4 after 2 days of golf, +1 today. +3 yesterday, and we wish you the best of luck as the tournament progresses.
Thanks a lot.
Pat Livingston from the UNB Varsity Reds joining us on the program here as coverage continues of the CCAA National Championships here in Stratford. And we take a look on hole number 18. Thanks. As they make their way to the green. First group in, all complete. Scoreboarding not yet updated final scores for Pat Livingston and the rest of his group. Shot on 18 here. Making their way up that final trek up to 18. Leaderboard still much of the same as we were looking. Josiah Dixon 7 under here after 27 holes. 30 holes in, Connor Watts on the tournament. He's 5 under in second place. James Casorso for the UBC Okanagan Heat, as well as Marc-Olivier Plas. They are 2 under and should be finishing up their round at any point here now. And then Tyson Gavin of the Holland Hurricanes, as well as Cole Briggs, tied for 5th, 1 under. So, seeing some good scores today. The lowest one I'm seeing 3 under for today so far. We'll see as the game progresses. Josiah Dixon obviously in an opportunity to go further under than that, as he's 2 under after 9 holes. So only won 300. Charles David Trapenier of the Sejeb Champlain St. Lawrence team. He's 3 under today. He was 4 over yesterday, so +1 on the tournament. Sitting tied for 10th. So we see a shot of 18, and that one will be above the hole. A little bit of a downhill putt. We've seen a few golfers get caught in that bunker there on 18. The way the fairway turns, it's just a place where your ball can find its way to that part of the bunker. A tough shot out of there. Although you got lots of green to work with today. We've seen a few guys put it way over kind of the place that this golfer has found himself. He'll bump that one. Not going to quite make it. Going to need a little bit more than that. Still on the fringe there, and a downhill putt ahead, so that'll make things difficult for him.
What color top do they have on their cart? Oh yeah, I see them. Yep.
Ooh, and that's a nice chip there. Get himself within tap-in distance by the looks of it here. Maybe a little farther than it does look. It looks very close here, but I'd say got himself foot and a half putt. So another group on 18 green here in the CCAA PING National Championships. Josiah Dixon leading the way. Taking a look at the women, Becky Martin ahead with +4 for the tournament, +2 yesterday, +2 today so far. Addison Walwyn is +6 on the day. Emily Tyndall also +6. They're tied for second. Tied for fourth, Noemi Ouellette +9, as well as Hannah Dirksen. So that's your top 5 in the women. Also here this weekend, men's and women's team results. University of the Fraser Valley Cascades leading the way. They're +6 on the tournament. Niagara College Knights second at +7. And I know the women's team, the Georgian College Grizzlies, have quite a lead in the women's division. They're +13. University of the Fraser Valley Cascades +22 in second. So they got themselves a 9-stroke lead. But one day to go and some more golf here today. It's nothing safe in this tournament. That's in the team divisions. We'll continue with the scoring here. Players now beginning to circle in and wrap up. So we'll have that scoring for you as it progresses for sure. CCAA.ca, though, if you're wanting to keep score at home. As we finish up, another group finishes up on 18. I believe these guys just started on 10, so they're just going to finish up their first 9, and we'll be heading to their back 9, I believe. I could be wrong on that. We'll see as they finish up, if handshakes around, or bear down and head to their next hole. Great week of golf here at Fox Meadow so far. Everyone I've talked to enjoying themselves. Size up a putt here on 18. We'll finish up. So these guys are actually finishing on 18. They're done for the day. We'll see who this is and maybe get them into the studio here with us. Second 18 of the tournament complete. We'll get some scores as these teams continue to finish for the day. A lot of these scores still yet to be updated. It's they got to sign off on their card, and here we go with some updated scoring for you here in the men's leaderboard. Josiah Dixon was 2 under for the day, 7 under for the tournament. He's given up a couple shots. He's now 5 under, which puts him in a tie for first with Connor Watt. Those guys both threw 12 holes. And advancing. The cards updated every 3 holes. So Connor Watt and Josiah Dixon tied for first here in day 2, 5 under. Humber College Hawks, Connor Watt, Niagara College Knights, and Josiah Dixon. So on the day, Connor Watt 1 under, Josiah Dixon even. James Casorso and Marc-Olivier Plas tied for third. 2 under. Tyson Gavin of the Holland Hurricanes, Cole Briggs of the University of the Fraser Valley Cascades tied for 5th, 1 under. And the leaderboard goes from there. A few at even, lots at +1 and +2, +3 onward. You can see the full leaderboard at ccaa.ca as you watch another group take their second shots on 18. That one will be poked up here and should be close to the green. In a good place for his third shot. Things continue to advance. So just giving an update of the leaderboard. Connor Watt and Josiah Dixon now tied for first, 5 under. Both of those after 12 holes. So that'll be a tight race to see the finish here at day 2 and see who has the lead heading into day 3 between Connor Watt and Josiah Dixon, who were 1 and 2. Also after that first day, Josiah Dixon had the lead at -5. Connor Watt was -4. So we'll see as things advance who's on top. Women's leaderboard, Becky Watts is still leading at +4 on the tournament. Addison Walwyn, Emily Tyndall at +6, both of them from Georgian College. Becky Martin, the leader from Medicine Hat College. We talked to the coach of that team earlier, and talking about Becky and playing some NCAA golf before coming to Medicine Hat to play, and just a tremendous golfer now, currently leading that women's division. So we'll hear more from them. The women still making their way through the course and should be with us very soon, as we'll be joined here just one moment from now from another golfer. Here in the studio, or in the clubhouse of Fox Meadow Golf Course here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island, joined by Brendan Smith. And welcome to the program, Brendan. Thanks for joining me here.
Thank you.
Brendan, so you're 71 today, -1. And the 2 days, you're +1, tied for 10th. How have things been going on the course for you?
Things have been going pretty well, I find. I've been struggling here and there off my ball striking, but everything's been going fine for me.
How have you been finding the greens here at Fox Meadow?
Very slick. The officials chose a lot of pin placements, which I wouldn't have chosen, but I mean they were quite slick today. A lot harder than yesterday.
The pin placement, you found them a little harder today than yesterday?
Exactly.
Yesterday -1. Today -1. Yesterday +2. Did you find the conditions yesterday made it hard to get a good lie off the tee?
Really, the wind yesterday was very hard, I found. Since I play a cut, it's a lot more spin in the air. But yesterday the pins were a lot easier, and yeah, that's pretty much about it.
With the course here at Fox Meadow, have you been enjoying playing it?
I love the course.
You love the course.
I like how it's wide. You don't have to worry your ball about. You don't have to worry about your ball going off the tee, right or left. It's pretty fine if you miss it.
We've been having pretty good temperatures here and conditions. Tomorrow is supposed to be maybe a little bit of rain. Does that come into play on how maybe your strategy will go into tomorrow with the rain maybe in the forecast?
It's going to be a strategy for sure to try to hit more greens tomorrow. Really just bunt it down the middle, hit fairways, hit greens, make the 2 putts, and try to move on.
We had a teammate of yours, I believe, Marc-Olivier Place, in here yesterday. He's been playing well up there in the leaderboard. Talk about your guys as a team, as a group, your season so far on your way to the national championships.
Our team season is pretty good. We're a very competitive team. It doesn't matter who. How can I say this? Can you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
Yeah, just no problem. Like you guys, I look at the leaderboard here. You guys are currently tied for third in the standings at +8 with the Holland College Hawks. Just talk about your guys' your conference play and your season so far, and then the lead up here into the national championships here in PEI.
So our regionals went pretty well. We won a couple, lost a couple against Champlain St. Lawrence. Mm-hmm. And then we went to the provincials. We lost the first day, and then we came back and won the second day, and then we had to go into playoff. Me and Marc-Olivier Place went into a playoff against Charles Bélanger and Sidé Trépanier, and we won on the second hole. It was pretty exciting because we've won the provincials 4 times in a row, I think, and it was happy to bring it home again.
Well, a great weekend for golf here. You guys playing very well right now, tied for third in team play. You are +1 after 2 days. You got 1 more day to go. Your expectations for tomorrow and your mindset heading into Friday play?
My expectations, don't choke. I just like to play well and try to finish at even under par. Probably the conditions tomorrow are going to be a lot tougher. Just try to work my way around the course, simple and easy.
Perfect. Well, that's a good strategy to have. Brendan Smith joining me here on the broadcast. We appreciate you joining, and best of luck tomorrow in the final round.
Thank you very much.
Golf rolls on here at Fox Meadow in the 3rd round of the CCAA Golf Nationals here in PEI. Brendan Smith joining me on the broadcast from Andre Laurando College. 71 today, a -1. +1 on the tournament and putting him in a tie for 10th at this point. Still, leaderboards being updated as we come on and finish up through this broadcast for today. And it's still a couple hours and plenty of groups on the course still. At the time right now, Josiah Dixon as well as Connor Watt leading the way 5 under. So, very competitive board so far, and things going really well on the course. And we're now joined by Robbie Junker joining us again. Robbie, you're on the course. You're able to get out there and see a little bit of the action. And tell us about that, seeing the rest of the course rather than just the 110, 918.
Yeah, we get out onto the course and try to follow as many players as we could in the last couple hours. We're getting some footage probably queued up for that. Very shortly, we visited on holes 3, 5, and 7. We saw 4 or 5 groups play through there. We did see our leader, or one of our leaders, Josiah Dixon, play up through number 3, and we'll see some of that coverage later. I don't want to spoil all the news, so.
Well, we did see, I don't know if you've seen this, but Josiah Dixon was 7 under in the tournament. He ran into a little trouble along the way, now sits at -5. So somewhere along the way he ran into some trouble, but
I'm just going to queue up his score here.
Yeah,
we'll see what
makes for some exciting TV. Is him and Connor Watt now 5 under.
Josiah back 9 today, which is his first 9. 3 birdies and a bogey, so he did get to 7 under. Ran into trouble on number 1, and we saw number 1 earlier today playing short with the tee up. See a double bogey in that hole, so guessing may have gotten into some trouble on the right-hand side there.
first one was 3. Taking another look down 18 fairway. Someone's ran into a little bit of trouble in the trees, possibly. They seem to be looking for a ball on that the right side of the fairway and the cart path there. Joined by a few golfers already today. Brendan Smith just joined me from Andre Laurando. He had a 1 under 71 today, sitting at +1 for the tournament, tied for 10th. So we're curious to see the scores as they continue to roll in and see where we're sitting for the final round tomorrow on Friday.
Going to have an interesting matchup, I think, for the overall men's title. Seems to be bunching up a little bit.
Looks like Josiah Dixon and Connor Watt should be there. They've been hovering around the leader. They topped the leaderboard the whole tournament. So
Local favorite Tyson Gavin. I spoke with Tyson halfway through his round there. He made a bit of a rally after a slow start. Couple of bogeys early, followed up by at least 3 birdies. I think he told me so.
I think he's -1 in the tournament.
I see that.
Point, sitting in the top 5.
Even par yesterday, so still in the hunt here.
Yeah,
with tomorrow's weather rolling in, you just want to stay within, anybody within, 5 to 6 shots of the lead. A lot of times when you're trying to get a feel as to how the final day, you want to look at how many players there are between you and the leader. So if you're at even par and the leader's at -6 and there's 15 guys in between you, well, pretty good chance that somebody's gonna turn it on for that day. But if the leader's at -6 and you're even and there's only 3 guys between you, well, that's a different story. Especially on a day like tomorrow where the wind's going to blow up quite heavily.
And that's when Tyson Gavin, the course, this is his home course too. So
it is, yeah. I believe now we're going to go to some footage on number 7, I believe, from earlier. Okay, we find ourselves out at the 7th hole here at Fox Meadow Golf Club. Probably its signature hole out at the club. Beautiful par 3 today, playing approximately 128 yards. As you see behind me, pin placement today located on the back left of the hole. What the players will be looking for in this hole today is a shot somewhere around the middle of the green, preferably with an uphill putt. That'll help them with their objective of making a 3 or maybe a 2 here. We have approaching the tee here, the first group of the day that teed off at 8:30 off the 10th hole. So we'll check in with the action here with these guys here as they play the 7th hole. Okay, we're on the 7th green here with the 8:30 a.m. group of Pat Livingston, Dallas Jones, Cole Morrison, and Felix Nomad. We're watching Pat Livingston from the UNB Varsity Reds. He's got about a 45-foot putt. Probably not happy with his tee shot, but good thing about this is it's straight up the hill, and the angle he's on, not really a lot of break in this putt, so he'll just be looking for 2 putts though. Speed will be key. I think that putt may have to go a little bit. Okay, perfect. 2 feet away, right below the hole. Pat shouldn't have any trouble getting his 3 moving on to the 8th hole. We now have Felix Normand from Andre Laurando College. Well, we're just going to watch Pat clean up here. Okay, we have Felix Norman from Andre Lorendo. Bet the same distance, but a completely different putt. This putt's going to break pretty hard from left to right, or from right to left, excuse me. 2 putts is all he'll be looking for here. This putt breaking extremely from right to left. Didn't quite get it high enough, and as you see, that's going to tail off. He's going to have quite a bit of work left for his 4. Dallas Jones, Vancouver Island Mariners. Probably about 18 feet. Uphill, side hill. This one will break quite a bit from right to left. See him really dialing in here. Trying to match up the speed and the line. Easily 3.5, 4 feet of break here. Okay, he'll get his 3. Pretty defensive, and I really don't blame him. That puck could get away in you very quickly if you didn't quite hit the right line. Tony Trazo, Vancouver Island Mariners. Now Tony's in a little different situation here. His putt is going to be quite a bit straighter. He'll be able to take more of an aggressive run at this one. Slight break from right to left. Maybe 6 inches, 8 inches maybe. He's got it. Oh my goodness. Did that ever break at the last minute? I think Cole really thought he had his 2 there. Okay, back to Felix. Felix is going to be attempting to make his par 3 on number 7. First putt got away from him, but in all honesty to Felix, he really had a degree of difficulty of probably 10 out of 10. Okay, nice save. Not an easy 2-putt. All 3s on the card as they move to number 8. Back on the 18th hole here. Looking at some players here. A couple of birdie attempts, I believe. Joined in studio here at the moment with James Casorso. James is from UBC. James, welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
So, -2 total for the tournament, even today.
Yep.
Got yourself in great place, great position for tomorrow. So, tell us a little bit about your day.
Today was a bit of a struggle with the short game again. I thought I hit it pretty well, and again, I just missed a couple of short ones and got a couple unlucky breaks. But these greens are slippery, so I mean, it's bound to happen to everyone, right? So.
We've heard that comment over and over over the course of the last 2 days. Seems to be, above the hole. People are, if they find themselves above the hole, that's where they're struggling. Below the hole, they tend to be able to manage it a little bit better. Tell us a little bit about your mindset now, maybe heading into tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I just want to keep doing the same thing, and I feel like I'm hitting good putts. They're just not quite falling yet, and that's one of the biggest things for me is once I see a couple go in, they usually all start to pour in, which is kind of nice. So,
course conditions today versus yesterday.
Today was good. I thought it was pretty similar actually with the wind and stuff, but a little colder today. I thought that was the only real difference.
Right, wind not quite as strong. A little bit of a different direction, I think, as well. as we watch this putt roll up to the edge. So tomorrow, supposed to have a little bit of wind roll through here tomorrow from what I hear, close to 45, 50 kilometers an hour. That's definitely going to change things tomorrow. So tell us how your game may adapt well to more of a windier day.
I hit it really low, so
Okay, it's good.
that's one thing that I think it will help me out a little bit. I hit it quite low, lower than most people from Kelowna and the Vancouver area for sure.
So windy environment that you play in, is that what would have led you to have that sort of a low ball flight, or?
No, I actually
Just the way it
I
is,
just
eh?
have pretty bad attack angle. So
Well, I can relate. So I have pretty similar one myself. So so here you now. You've been probably on the island for 3 to 4 or 5 days, I guess, at this point.
Yep.
So your impressions of PEI so far? Is this your first visit?
first visit, and I absolutely love it. We've found a couple good restaurants so far, and
Nice.
just having a good time.
Nice. Any
and
shout outs you want to?
I think it's the Old Triangle. or
Old
something.
Triangle,
Yeah.
yes,
Is
yeah.
that is that one?
Yeah,
Is
that
the
is
name?
one, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where we've been going. We've been
Yeah.
there a couple times. So.
Nice. Watch clean up here for a 5, I believe. Just watching some coverage here, James. So, and your teammates, how have your teammates been making out so far over their 2 rounds? Not quite
I'm
complete
actually
yet.
here as an individual.
Oh, you're here as
so,
an individual.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay. My apologies. So that's nice to be able to qualify to come out as an individual. Did you come out with a coach, or did you just come out by yourself? Or?
Yeah, I came out with my coach Cass, and
Nice.
he's like, I mean, he's so fun. He's a good guy, and he's pretty young, so we have a good time out there. Usually, anytime he's actually allowed to talk to me. We don't talk about golf all that much, so
Right.
and when we do, it's him calming me down a little bit. So
Yeah, well, that's good. James, look, you have yourself in really good shape going into tomorrow, so wish you luck, and maybe we'll see you in the studio later on tomorrow.
thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We're going to take a short break here. You're watching the 2016 PING CCAA National Golf Championships.
365 days ago, we knew very little. We had a course, a championship layout designed to test the best collegiate players in Canada. And we had a host, a group of individuals committed to providing the best championship experience to its competitors. A lot has changed over the past 365 days. We now have a field. We found out who has come roaring out of the west. We found out who has taken flight out of Ontario and Quebec. And who has joined the Hurricanes from the East Coast. The next week of competition will not be easy. Players will have to conquer Vikings, Lions, and Hawks. They'll have to withstand Knights and Hurricanes, and maybe even a Fox or 2. Whether it's your first national championship or your last, we welcome you to enjoy the beauty that Prince Edward Island has to offer. Welcome to the 2016 PING CCAA National Golf Championships. And may the best teams win.
Okay. Back here with coverage of the 9th green. This looks like Tyson Gavin, Holland College Hurricanes, with his birdie putt. Ran that one by a little bit. He'll have a little bit of work. Saw Tyson out on the golf course earlier after his, I think he had a 3-hole birdie stretch, 18, 1, and 2. So Tyson was feeling pretty good about his game at that point. I believe he's 1 under par total for the event at this point. As well, update on the leaderboard. Connor Watt has now taken the individual men's lead at -6 with a birdie, I believe, on the 6th hole. Connor with a clean scorecard today. 2 birdies, no bogeys. Ninth green playing a lot differently than what we would have seen yesterday, or ninth hole, excuse me. Yesterday was playing directly into the wind, which would have left most people with approach shots in the 175-yard range. Today playing downwind, so you'll see a few more birdies on this hole. Okay, just back in the studio here. Nick Earl is joining us from UNB. Nick, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great. Scores of 73, the first 2 days. So tell us a little bit about your impressions of the golf course and maybe some differences between yesterday and today.
Well, the course is in pretty good shape right now. I mean, nothing, can't really complain. Between yesterday and today, though, the wind wasn't much of a factor today as it was yesterday. Yesterday was gusting pretty hard, so it was hard to keep the ball in play. But today was a bit easier, although I didn't play much better.
Well, you played the exact same, actually.
Exactly.
So with the wind, the differences, as we see Tyson slide one by there, with the differences in the wind from yesterday and today, you probably found some pretty big differences on some of the holes compared to yesterday. As I was mentioning before you came into the studio, number 9, for instance, yesterday was playing straight into the wind.
Yeah, exactly.
Today playing downwind. So some of the holes out here that you saw some differences on, if you could kind of shed some light on it.
Yeah, like a lot of the holes, like the wind was almost exactly opposite from yesterday. So
exactly.
Like you said, like 9 yesterday I had like over 150 in, and today I had 70 yards.
Yes,
so
there you go.
Like 9 was a big one. Anything that was really like straight into or straight downwind, they were quite different.
Well, the wind directions here are typically north-south. So yesterday we had the south wind right in your face on number 1. Today the north wind, downwind on number 1. And I believe the tee on 1 was moved up today.
Yeah,
so
it was.
I imagine there'd be some pretty short approach shots coming in there.
Yeah, I got it down there pretty well today on 1, and yesterday I think I hit the same drive and it wasn't even close. So.
So being from UNB, you're not all that far away. Is this your first trip over to Fox Meadow to play, or have you played played some events here?
Yeah, the Atlantics were here 2 weeks ago, so we were up for that, and then we played last year too. So getting a little bit familiar with the course. Still haven't figured out the greens though. So.
And Nick, what did your summer look like for golf this year?
I was working a lot this summer.
Were
actually, I didn't get the chance to play as much as I would have liked to.
And it's funny talking to a lot of the players. That seems to be a common theme where they're starting to focus on careers, whether they're in golf or where. Maybe do you work at a golf course or somewhere?
I used to. Now I'm looking for engineering jobs.
Oh,
so
good for you. Good for you. And where's your home club, Nick?
It's near St. John, New Brunswick, at Westfield.
Westfield, okay. So like I said, common theme. A lot of kids are working at summer jobs and things like that. Then they get back to school and involved in their golf programs, and it's time to work on their games again. I know talking to some of the Holland College Hurricanes, many of those team members actually work in golf industry. So as you can imagine, in the summer they have their hands full. So and some of your teammates, how are they making out so far?
Well, I mean, yesterday we all kind of. It was all right yesterday. We didn't really play our best, but I think today we all turned it around, kind of had a better day, and hopefully tomorrow we'll really light it up and maybe have a chance of going at this title.
Well, Nick, 73, you're supposed to have some weather coming in tomorrow, so with regard to wind anyway. So as I was saying earlier, you find yourself a 2 over par, and let's say the leaders are -4, -5, -6, depending on how many people you have to jump over. You may still be right in this with a good round.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would have liked to have shot a few under par today, get myself a little closer, but I don't think I'm out of it by any means. So
yeah, no. Well, listen, Nick, thanks for dropping by the studio, and I think we're ready to go to some coverage from out on number 5 right now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Oh,
thanks. Have a great week.
Oh, thank you.
382-yard par 4. We just watched the 920 group of Christian McCullough, Barrett Ballard, Charles Eric Belanger, and Tyson Gavin of the Holland College Hurricanes tee off. What they'll be trying to do here is they'll obviously be hitting drives today. We're playing straight into the wind. That drive should leave them with 40 yards left into the green. Pin placement today, I believe, is in the middle of the green, so very accessible for them. Hopefully we'll be able to see a few chances at birdies as we get up to the green. We just saw Barrett Ballard hit his second shot into the 5th hole here. Beautiful shot. Probably some 10 feet away. His drive got away from him a little bit. He was over near the 14th fairway. Next we have Christian McCullough. Christian probably a distance of about 125 yards. Nothing more than probably a pitch and wedge here. Low driving ball flight. Needs to get up a bit. Okay, just short of the front edge for Christian. No issues. Charles Eric Belanger next to play, I believe. Just off the left edge of the fairway. Probably has a yardage of about 105, I would think. Maybe a gap wedge. Charles Eric bringing this one in low as well. Distance looks to be good. And it is. 8-10 feet left of the hole. Now we go to Tyson Gavin. All the players take on low boring ball flight. Tyson's pulled this one a little bit left, just on the front edge. Not exactly what he's looking for, but still in decent shape to make par. We'll head up to the green and see how they make it with their putts. And we're up on the 5th green here with the 920 group of Christian McCullough, Barrett Ballard, Charles Eric Belanger, and Tyson Gavin. They're just sizing up their birdie putts here on the 5th green. Looks as if Christian may be first to play just a couple of feet off the front of the green here. 25 feet or so straight up the hill though. Nice looking putt here. Oh, just by the left side. Trickles by probably 3.5 feet. So Christian will probably mark that and wait. Next to play, Tyson Gavin. Tyson doesn't waste any time, so a little closer, probably 22 feet. This putt should be pretty straight. Oh, again, just by the left side. Talking with Tyson on the way up the fairway here. Tyson had a birdie stretch on the front 9, so he seems to have his game back. I know he got off to a bit of a slow start. Barrett Ballard next to play from McEwen University. Probably 12 feet down the hill though, so he has to be careful. All these players very quick. Good to see. Wow, that left side. That particular side of the cup seems to be popular right now. They just can't seem to get one to fall. Finally, Charles Eric Belanger. Probably 10, 12 feet. This is a nice putt to have. It's going to break a little bit from left to right. You just got to get it started on the right line. Slightly downhill, which should help him get to the hole. Well, we're 0 for 4 for birdie attempts here. They've all given it really good efforts. It's another 4. A couple of short par putts here to come. Get a really good view here. Christian's putt. We're right behind the hole. Shouldn't be much in this one. Maybe a little bit from his left to right. Yep, no problems there. And Barrett will step in and clean up his par 4 here on the 5th hole. Wind's still pretty light out here today. I'd say maybe in the 10 to 12 kilometer an hour range. This hole played straight into it, so they'll be happy with 4 pars here in this hole. Okay, there it is. So these players will move on to the 6th hole.
Here in the clubhouse of the Fox Meadow Golf and Country Club in Stratford, Prince Edward Island, the CCAA Golf Nationals continue to roll on. We just watched Tyson on hole number 5, pre-recorded from earlier today, and now you're through your round. You join us here. Tyson, we'll talk about your day today and how it went.
Well, it was pretty good. I had a rough start. I was 3 over through 6 or 7 holes, and then I birdied 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, sorry. I birdied number 7, 18, 1, 2, 3.
Right, a little confusing when you're starting.
Yeah, I started on number 10, yeah.
You're up there in the leaderboard. The last thing I heard, you were tied for 5th, so obviously feeling pretty good so far this week?
Yeah, felt pretty good this week. Missed a lot of putts inside 10 feet, but hitting the ball probably the best I ever have, but just putting is a little bit off, but hopefully we'll get it for tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow will be the big day. We'll have a better idea of after everyone's through in the leaderboard and how much you trail. But the big strategy for tomorrow will be go out there and just get go for it.
Be really aggressive tomorrow. Yeah, try to gain some shots.
Now, as a team, you guys have been playing pretty decently. I'm not sure the latest standings before you were sitting in about 7th, I think. But as a team, you guys had a great year winning the ACAA and coming into this. You guys, a big day tomorrow for the whole team to maybe move up in the standings.
Yeah, hopefully we can get something going tomorrow. We kind of had a rough tournament, but coming off Atlantics, we felt pretty good. But just couldn't get things going this weekend, but hopefully we finish good tomorrow and be happy with that.
And now talk about your season leading up to this. We didn't have you on here yesterday. You guys had a pretty good season winning the ACAA. Can you just talk about the season leading up to the Nationals a little bit?
Oh, we had a pretty good season. We lost our first couple tournaments, smaller tournaments on the road, but coming back to Fox Meadows for Atlantics, we felt pretty good. So and then we finished under par for the tournament, which was great. Scoring conditions were perfect, but yeah, we played good. Wanted to come in here with confidence, and we did, but just couldn't get her done this week, I guess.
Do you think, you're obviously pretty familiar with Fox Meadow here. You played it a number of times. Do you think that gives a little bit of an advantage for yourself, especially when maybe the conditions are not the best like they were yesterday and might not be for tomorrow?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I definitely gained a few shots knowing the course, if rather being somewhere else, because knowing the wind and all the stuff about that, like a couple times if I didn't know which way the wind was going because you're in the trees and stuff, and makes the shots a lot easier.
Here we're watching your teammate Connor. Should be able to finish up on it.
Oh.
So Connor will tap that one in here on number 9.
That's a tricky pin. It's like in between 2 slopes.
Yeah, what about the pin placement today? I had another gentleman in here talking to be a little trickier today than they were yesterday.
Number 3 I found was really tricky. It was on the back left and by the slope, and that was really tricky too. It was like in between 2 hills. But yeah, the pin, you kind of need the pins pretty tricky here because the greens kind of defend the course a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder what to expect tomorrow for pin placement.
I think I expect pretty good pins tomorrow because they probably want people shooting low and making it a cool finish.
Yeah, making an exciting finish, moving up the leaderboard a bit. I know Josiah Dixon and Connor Watt were leading the way. Yeah, so we're here at Fox Meadow, the CCAA Golf Nationals, joined by Tyson Gavin of the Holland Hurricanes, leading the team so far atop the leaderboard. Last I checked, you were 5th place. One day left. You talk about being and playing in the CCAA Nationals, and the opportunity it gives you guys, and just the experience of playing in this competitive atmosphere.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite tournament from last year in BC. I had so much fun meeting new people and stuff. The thing I like most is meeting new people all over Canada and seeing what they're like and how their games are, and just getting to know who they are and stuff. It's really good.
Playing athletics while at college, do you find it difficult balancing, it's a pretty tight schedule, you want to stay on the course, you want to stay playing regularly in the fall, but also balancing your studies?
Yeah, the program we didn't start till October, so had a lot of time in September to practice and stuff, but once October started, I was pretty busy with school and golf.
Well, Tyson Gavin in here leading the Hurricanes team, top 5 so far in the tournament, 1 day to go. We're gonna finish up with Tyson here. Tyson, best of luck tomorrow in the final round.
Perfect, thank you.
We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Perfect, thank you.
We're gonna throw it to the 3rd hole, taped with Robbie Junker just a little while ago here at the CCAA National Championships. We'll shoot to the 3rd hole here at Fox Meadow.
Okay, we find ourselves here on the 3rd green with the 10-10 group from this morning. Getting ready to watch Zach Olson play his 3rd shot onto the green. Zach's got a tour of the left-hand side of this golf course, or this hole anyway. Pulled his drive to the left, pulled his 2nd shot to the left, but no trouble, but got to be careful. Okay, well, wasn't quite careful enough. I don't quite have the angle on that, but that probably trickled back into the bunker. We'll move over here. We're getting ready to watch Josiah Dixon play his 3rd shot. Josiah was leading the tournament after the first day with a 5 under 67. Delicate shot here as well. Smart play is a little bit long here. Really depends on the lie, too. Pretty firm over where he's at. Yeah, as I said, safe play is long. Okay, no problems there. Downhill putt he'll have to be careful with. Okay, getting ready to watch Matt LeMay. This is actually Matt's 4th shot. Matt found trouble off the tee right. Okay. Okay, he'll have a reasonable effort at par here on this hole, but pars on par 5s, not exactly what you're looking for in a national championship. Okay, it doesn't appear as if Zach's ball trickled into the bunker. He's going to be chipping here. He's chipping 4 straight down the hill after this gets on the green, so he's got to be very careful. As you can see, that'll run out a little bit on him. Not too bad, though. Again, reasonable effort still left for par. Okay, we haven't seen from Mac Keats since the tee shot, so Mac is on the fringe of the green here. He's probably got 28 to 30 feet. Through some fringe up over a rise, then it'll start to straighten out and move to his right. Putter in hand, so he's just really trying to get his 2 putts for par. Kind of unfortunate where he spun his 3rd shot back onto the fringe here. He was probably up closer to 15 feet at one point. Okay, this looks like a good effort if it runs out. I'm not sure if you can pick this up in your camera or not, but he's in this dark area of grass, and right into the green at the end. It didn't quite run out maybe as he expected. He'll have that left for a 5. Back with Matt LeMay. Or is it Josiah? No, Josiah's away, I guess. Josiah played it pretty safe with his third shot. Left himself probably 22 feet for birdie. Downhill slider from right to left. We saw this putt earlier with one of the other groups. This can get away on you a little bit if you're not careful. Didn't hit that very hard, did he? Looks to have really good pace here. Okay, that's a nice job. Not happy with it, but you know, it's another par on the scorecard. He'll move on to number 4. Okay, now we got Matt LeMay from Georgian College. Matt's going to be trying to make his par 5. As mentioned, Matt had some trouble off the tee. Left him to this point. Ooh, that broke left at the end. Don't know if he saw that. So he'll make 6 after that tee shot. Lucky to find it, actually, so 6 isn't a bad score. Okay, a couple of par putts left. Zach Olson, 4.5 feet. This putt should break from right to left. Matching the line with the pace. That's the critical part. Nice job there. Nice job there. Probably was thinking birdie on the tee, but he'll take his 5. Okay, Matt Keats looking to clean up his par 5. Wow, that putt didn't break. Really looks for it. I think that may have been that grain we talked about earlier. So these players, 6 holes left in their round. They'll move on to the 4th hole.
We're on the 18th hole here as a ladies group makes their way, finishing up their round. Tournament progressing quite nicely here as day 2 is close to wrapping up. That's a great shot. Wow. Nice shot as he bumps and runs that one up the 18th green. And just misses, rolls but a foot by. Good opportunity to with a 1 putt there. So the ladies groups will begin to filter through. And that one didn't give it enough. Well, still lots of work to do is on the fringe. I believe this is the first group of ladies. They teed off at 9:25. I believe Laurel Weavers, Darcy Fuller, and Maria Navoya. Laurel Weavers there, the Niagara College Knights. She'll bump and run this one up and past here on 18. And this group are putting. 2 of the 3 are. Another opportunity. Try and stick this one close. Didn't get it quite as close as it would have liked on that first opportunity. Now she'll get it nice and close and hopefully be able to bury that one. Now they line up their putts here. So we had a number of groups in. We just talked to Tyson Gavin of the Holland Hurricanes. Having a pretty good tournament for himself so far. Sitting nearly 5th place last week. Pretty happy with that heading into the final round tomorrow. Here at Fox Meadow Golf Course for, of course, the CCAA Ping Golf National Championships. Wow, nice putt by Laurel Weavers. Finish up her round. Ladies group finishes up on 18. Sinks that one, and this group will finish up for day 2 at Fox Meadow Golf Course here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Head into the clubhouse. We'll be getting scores here when we can. This play continues to wrap up. Another group done for the day. Day number 2. Back down the 18 fairway. We'll have Cassidy Turcotte, Casey McDonald, and Andrea Fayette making their way soon. She waits for the green to clear from that final group. We'll be getting some more golfers into the clubhouse here soon when we can for an interview. Someone found themselves in the 18 on the right of the screen. You can see them trying to find their ball. Having a hard time by the looks of it in those trees. Look down hole number 1 here at Fox Meadow. Pretty quiet now. This morning around 8:30 was quite different as all the groups were preparing to line up either on the driving range or along hole 1 or along hole 10. There's lots of action in that area, and now more so on 18 and 10. 18 and 9, I should say, as we finish up day 2 here at the Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Been able to talk to a few golfers as they made their way in to the clubhouse, and looking forward to talking to a few more. Here's I think the men's leaders and women's leaders both still out on the course, so. 18, I think this is the same who had trouble finding their ball. Right now they're in that bunker there at 18. Shot from the bunker, and that one still some work to do in the rough this time. So these groups continue to filter through. This group that we'll see now is they teed off at 9:35 this morning from hole number 1. And then we're going to get into a group of 4 women, a few groups of 4 women, and then another threesome be coming through. So lots more. That's for sure. 250 here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. A nice shot there onto the green on 18. A 6-foot putt ahead there. A cold day. We had Robbie Junker in here earlier. He was out in the field getting some video footage. It's definitely colder than it was yesterday. I mean, the winds died down, but still pretty chilly. But 9 degrees. Whereas yesterday we had it at 19 degrees at times, so quite a change. There's a shot onto the green, nice shot. Be putting downhill, which always makes things a little difficult. About 6 foot, 8-foot putt there. Look, making their way on to into the bunker. Gonna get under that one, and still another bunker shot ahead. It's a deep bunker there on 18. You're right by the green. trying to get under it a bit, but you still need to get a little bit of distance on it. So tough bunker shot. And, we'll have one more for her before she can make it to the green. So things on 18 green still developing. Another bunker shot here in 18. Trying to get it up, and that one's going to be over the green by the looks of it. Having some bunker difficulties to finish up their round. Shot from the other side of the green now. A couple bunker shots. One took her over the green. Have a little bit of trouble here to finish up the round. One's got to slow down a bit as well, as this green downhill is going to take that one off onto the other side and the fringe. Still a little bit of work here. As the mental aspect of the game, it never ceases to, be the toughest part sometimes. Turning your brain off and just playing the game, but it's a tough course here in PEI Stratford, here at Fox Meadow. A tough week for these competitors as they travel from across the country to join us here in PEI. Now she'll putt from the fringe. Get that up there within 6 feet of the pin. Nice putt, just a little bit outside that one. Tap in and finish up on 18. More action on 18 here. Threesome number 2 will look to finish. That one's downhill and just wide, and still some work to do when you're putting downhill. That'll be a 3-foot putt left. Finish up this second round of CCAA Golf Nationals here at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. This group will finish up here on 18.
Test.
Day 2 complete for this group of ladies. One more round to go. Cassidy Churcott, Casey McDonald, and Andre Fayette finish up for the day. Another group of ladies behind them as we take a look here. I think Spencer Compton. Yes, it is. Long putt. And nice putt by Spencer. Wow. On number 9. So he looks to complete his day. We'll tap that one in. Nice putt by. So the 10 o'clock grouping will finish up for the day now. On number 9. Spencer, the last Hurricane male out on the course right now. I think Cameron Brennan of the Humber Hawks. The putt. Nice putt, nice looking putt, and that one's in there for, looks to be a tap in and finish up his round. Tap in to finish up the day. Throws the ball. Not happy, maybe, with the turnout of round number 2 here. I'm curious to see how scoring will be after today. Putt to finish off as well. Now a short putt. This group will finish up for the day. On hole number 9, Cameron Brennan, Noah Lubberding, Simon Desjardins, and Spencer Compton. Well done for round number 2 here, the CCAA National Golf Championships from Fox Meadow. From the groups who teed off from 10 this morning, and from hole 10, just 5 groupings of them left out on the course for the girls, and a few male pairings from 1, just 6. So just 11 groups left to come in here today. 5 to hole number 9 and 6 to hole number 18. So we'll be watching them as they come up 18 and up a hole 9. This is going to be actually our female leader, I believe. I think this is Becky Martin from Medicine Hat College. Shot on 18. Was sitting at 4 over. She puts that one onto the front of the green, makes it roll up a bit. 12-foot putt, we'd say. So Becky was point. You see Daria Ledanius from the Holland Hurricanes makes her way to the green as well. So a pairing of 4 women here. They teed off at 9:55 this morning. Becky Martin, Shayla Ledanius, Daria, as well as Noemi Ouellette. They are on 18. Stick with us if you're watching. We're going to have 2 of these join us on the live broadcast here. Shay and Daria Ledanius. Actually twin sisters in the competition this week. Shay playing out of Red Deer College Kings. Daria actually playing for the Holland Hurricanes, the host team here. She came here in the before the season started, enrolled in the academics here, playing on the women's golf. Led the women's golf team through the regular season. Had a little bit of a rough day yesterday. We'll be curious to see how they did here on day 2. But looking forward to talking to the Ledanius girls as they wrap up here on hole number 18. That's a nice shot on 18. Within 3 feet of the pin. So the girls, that one's going to go get by and roll. It's a quick green downhill. Run into that problem for Daria there. She's still got a little bit of work to do, so. Group of good female golfers here, and one of them included the leader for the women's side, Becky Martin, from the Medicine Hat Rattlers. Talked to her coach here, talking about Becky and playing NCAA, coming to Medicine Hat and playing there, so she's a good chance of winning this thing. After 2 days, she's played well. Another day of action tomorrow, of course, as Daria finish off her round. Nice putt up within a couple feet of the hole. Darcy Cudmore with you here. I'm happy to bring you the broadcast and in connection with Universum Media, Bell Alliant TV 1. It's been our pleasure bringing you this great coverage of the CCAA Golf Nationals from Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Here, I think this is Noemi Ouellette from the Cégep Champlain St. Lawrence team. Looking to finish up her round. She was in the top 5 last we checked in the standings. It's a nice putt up, and it does. Nice putt by Noemi Ouellette to finish up her round. Maybe put a little pressure on the leader, Becky Martin, who lines up her putt here on 18. Hole 18. These women's group of 4 great golfers, 2 in the running for the lead here. A few of them to come as well. I know Addison Walwyn was in the race. Hannah Dirksen. Becky Martin puts it a little bit by, in good shape to finish up on that one. Becky Martin will finish up her second round of the tournament. Now Daria Ladanius from Holland College with the Hurricanes. We'll just put that one a little to the... Now finishes up her second round. Her sister Shay Ladanius. The Red Deer College Kings. Buries that one, and we're through 2 rounds. Of the CCAA National Championship. They make their way off the green and into the clubhouse here at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. We take another look down 18 fairway, where another group will be trailing them. Now another group of females on their way to the 18th green, including Holland Hurricanes' Carly McEwen, Daniel Blackmer from Medicine Hat, from Red Deer College, as well as Audrey Cote from the Cégep Champlain St. Lawrence. Here at the